DJ.
Say what is?
Yeah, what's a ratio? When I talk about ratio, Dan. Okay, perfect. DJ is thinking that a ratio is.
It's like maybe way to what?
Way to describe a relationship between.
Between
Put numbers in here. Between numbers. For example, the ratio of boys to girls in 6th grade. Now, when we talk about ratios, there is 3 different ways that we can show that relationship. The most common one is with a fraction. For example, there's what, 21 or 22 of you? How many boys are there?
11.
Okay, there are 11 boys to 10 girls. Okay, fractions are the most popular way or common way of showing the ratio. And it's very important that you know the first one given, okay, some order is important because I said boys to girls. Okay, boys would be the ones that you would list on top of the fraction, and girls, secondly, would be put on the bottom. Okay, boys to girls. That's one way to show it. Another way, you don't see it quite as often, is with 11 boys with a colon to 10 girls. And a third way, again, not quite as often, is just with the words 11 to 10. 90% of the time you will see it in fraction form, and that's what they'll ask you for, the fraction form of that. Okay, another example is, let's write this one down. In a class of 28, 13 students are boys. What the ratio of girls to boys? And again, if they ask you that, they're going to want the fraction there. So if you write it out in words, you want it like this. You want the number of girls over the number of boys. So if there are 13 students are boys, how many girls would there be? Sometimes you got to do a little figuring here. If 13 out of 28, Christine, are boys, how many girls are there?
15.
15. Out of how many?
20.
How many are boys? 13. Okay. I could have asked for the ratio of girls to students. That would be another thing I could have asked. In that case, it would be 15 to 28. Ratios you are allowed, and one of the very few times you're allowed to have improper fractions. Okay, I would not, have we talked about that? We haven't talked about this year, but last year I'm sure we did. You can leave these, and you need to leave them as improper fractions. They do need to be reduced, and I don't know if we've done reducing yet, but eventually we will. Okay, but they need to stay improper because they're really talking about a comparison. Okay, you couldn't really say 1 2/13 ratio of boys to girls, 1 2/13 or whatever is there. All right, now with that being said, then we have to flip and take out a new piece of paper and write on top of this one rate.